This November marks an exciting time for animation comic nerds. 2 shows are coming out, one returning for season 2, one debuting, either way you can't miss. Both shows coming into the world as graphic novels and maturing alongside their own shows. We have Invincible Season 2 and Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. The creators of these have already shown they can take the comic book genre and flip it around as a creative stylistic choice. For those who haven't heard or seen anything about either, let's dig deeper. Invincible takes the idea of DC's Justice League vs. Superman to the extreme, through the lens of Superman's son. However, it benefits immensely from a large portion of its fan base being uninitiated with the comics, allowing the writers to create a large mystery element through the first season and showcase a wide array of unique characters as well. On top of its intriguing premise, the show doesn't shy away from the brutality a superhero must see on a daily basis, but rather leans into it to convey to the audience how mentally ill and damaging that must be, never quite allowing it to normalize to the viewer. The show's characters aren't quite as affected as often as I feel they should, or rather, it's not explored as deep as it could. A special has already been released as a prelude for a side character. It feels strongly of picking up an issue of another comic while waiting for the one you're more excited for. This is extremely welcome as a huge fan of the character, and as a taste for what's to come. The writing and animation for the special only bode well for its increased psychological horror, if not visual, through several fight scenes throughout the special that really impressed me. Despite the show's abrasive nature, it contains plenty of humor, superhero quipping, and mysteries, which I am excited to see Season 2 continue. More on the horizons, threats in the solar system, and a whole new cast to explore. Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, on the other hand, is looking set to be another incredible show to fill your November up with entertainment. Based off a graphic novel series, the TV show will follow 23-year-old Scott Pilgrim as he attempts to woo and date supervillainess Royal Pain. Delivery girl Ramona Flowers. On paper, it's a super simple plot, but then you mix in a setting of video game style Toronto with magical surrealism characters, and the whole thing becomes a wild ride. The series looks vibrant, incredibly well animated, and deeply motivated by love of the craft. The series will have Edgar Wright as executive producer, who is the director of the movie Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, a film with the same premise as the show, done to incredible perfection. If you haven't seen it yet, you should. Sharp wit, excellent style, and terrific voice acting is all expected to continue, because once again, in a rare labor of love, almost the entire cast will be returning to reprise their roles. The creator of the character will be a writer on the show, and with so many individuals who truly care, there's no doubt in my mind this show will not be one you want to miss. During the movie's run, Adult Swim did a release of an ad in the guise of a cartoon featuring an art style directly taken from the comics. But while I enjoyed the simple aesthetic, the show looks to be a much higher valued upgrade, which is definitely welcome. The story is common, but the delivery is exceptional. It will make you think hard about relationships and ethics, though not quite like Invincible will. Fans of the movie will love to see its story retold and then some. Newcomers will be in for a special treat if they decide to give it a shot. This November will be ripe for animation lovers and a great time to jump into a fandom or get ready to reignite an old one.